I turned a page and I saw something that knocked me for six. Victoria's Scottish chaplain had made a deathbed confession where he confessed that he had married John and Victoria. We've always looked at, did Victoria and John get married from an English perspective? You know, where they would have to have done it in a church, there would have to have been marriage banns, how would you keep it secret, and all of this. And we've ignored completely that in Scotland and in Scottish law, there was a very different form of marriage available to them, and something that was very common in John's community in Aberdeenshire at this time, and that's an irregular marriage. And an irregular marriage is recognised in Scottish law. You are just as married as you are across the border in England if you've done it with a vicar, but it is simply an exchange of vows in front of someone that you respect. It could be a clergyman, it could simply be someone who's notable from your parish. Sometimes there's an exchange of rings, sometimes you write it down, but it is a form of marriage that is simply, if you and your partner decide that you are married in the eyes of God and in Scottish law. We get the deathbed confession from Norman MacLeod. Then Victoria starts ordering her sons to shake John's hand whenever they're in his presence. And on his little finger, on his left hand, from 1873 onwards, appears a gold signet ring. And the reason for me why that matters is because morganatic marriages, which are the secret marriages royals have to commoners, are also known as left-handed marriages. And in every portrait, every photograph, you see this signet ring on incredible display. Now, I know that sounds a little woolly, and I know it sounds as if I'm going into a Da Vinci Code moment. But as I was sitting in the archive, I turned a page and I saw something that knocked me for six. And it was that Victoria had had John's hand cast and carved in the week after his death, which we know she also did for Albert. She'd made sure his signet ring was on his little finger. And the final thing of that is a piece of information we already knew, and that's that Victoria went to her grave wearing John's mother's wedding ring.